Judgment 80, it actually hit our take profit, right? So remember, as we were analyzing, we're actually looking for our beautiful buys there. And then the only way we're going to enter the buys is only if we get a confirmation, which is our double bottom on our zone that we actually identified, which is this one, right? So as we're scaling down into smaller time frames, which is our 30 minutes chart, as you can see, we just had our beautiful first top, second top here, market broke and retested on the neckline. We had a beautiful neckline at this certain point. Market actually broke and retested on the neckline. After it retested on the neckline, we actually got our beautiful buys up to the highest point, guys. Okay, so everything that we actually talk about it is actually happening in the market. So yeah, guys, everything that we are always talking about, it happens. As you can see on your entry point, we're basically gonna let this candlestick close above, then you'll just enter the next one, which is just this one, which is the one that actually gave us some beautiful buys up to the highest point, guys. Okay, as I always explain it. Okay, so in this case, I don't really know what we're going to be analyzing, but we'll just see which one are we actually interested in, guys. Okay, I think we'll just go for GER30 again and see which direction are we going to be going for on GER30, because we actually got our beautiful buys up to that certain highest point, and then on USD and NAS100, we're just waiting for the market to actually drop, right? And as I've said, this is GER30. It can actually go into new highs, but then we have a resistance here, so we'll just see if there's any trend from our support that is going to give us those long-term positions up to the lowest point, which is what I'm looking for currently, right? So we'll just see if the market will grant us that opportunity to take the sells. If it doesn't, guys, there's nothing we can do. Okay, but here actually I was seeing some new highs. I was seeing it going into new highs, but let's just reanalyze the whole thing just to see what we are going to be seeing on this one, guys. Okay, so as we all know, guys, we're just going to be following our roles. We're just going to be starting in our highest time frame, which is our 1 week chart. So on our 1 week chart, we're just going to be identifying our current lowest point and our current highest point, as always, guys. Okay, so we're just having a beautiful low here as our support area. We have a beautiful high there as our resistance area, guys. Okay, you just have a beautiful low there and a beautiful high at that certain point. After identifying your high and your low, you're going to be identifying your zones now, which are just your reversal points, right? So you have a beautiful reversal point at this certain point here, right? And then the market dropped up to this certain level, so we have another beautiful reversal point at this certain point. Then market went back to our zone, came back to this one, gave us another beautiful reversal point at this certain point, and then the market actually went into new highs. And then we just created some beautiful zones there. I might just identify them quick. Okay. Okay, just like that, right? So after identifying your zones, you are going to be identifying your major trend, which is just going to give you the overall direction of the market, right? And then as you all know, our trend always starts from our resistance or our support area. And then from this support, we've been creating some beautiful highs and lows. It means from that certain support, we're just having a beautiful uptrend. So we'll just cover the overall market just like that, and also the top part there, guys. Okay. Then after identifying your trend, you are going to check if the market is respecting the 90% of that certain trend, right? Let me just do this. Be checking if the market is going to be if it's respecting that certain 90%. As we can see, we're just having our beautiful first touch and our second touch. So the only thing that we are waiting for is just that third touch, market to grab momentum, breakout, retest, and then we're going to be getting our beautiful sales up to the lowest point, which is what we are always looking for, guys. Okay. Then from there, you're just going to be going into your 1 day chart. As you all can see on our 1 day chart, it's on our resistance at that certain point. So if we're going to be getting proper confirmations on that resistance, we're going to be taking some sales. But if the market is going to break the resistance, or just wait for a retest on the resistance and then a double bottom, then we're going to be continuing with the buys, guys. Okay, it's just a matter of what the market is going to be doing. Okay, beautiful there. Okay, so this is our 1 day chart. So on our 1 day chart, we want to identify more zones, and we also want to be identifying another trend, guys, right? as all know, it always like your trend will always start from your support, which is always your last lowest point. So you have a beautiful lowest point at a certain point. We've been creating some highs and lows from that certain lowest point. So it means we're just having a beautiful trend at this point, which is just a beautiful uptrend. After identifying your trend, you'll just check if the 90% is being respected. When we have our first touch and our second touch day, so we're not going to be saying the 90% is going to be respected right now, guys. Okay, so we're just having a beautiful, beautiful trend there. Okay, guys, as you can see, this is just a beautiful, beautiful trend. Then after identifying your trend, you're just going to be identifying more zones, but I'm mainly going to be focusing on the ones that are on the current market. As you can see, we're just having a beautiful reversal point here. We're having another beautiful reversal point at this certain zone here, right? And we're also having another beautiful point somewhere there. Okay, we're just having another beautiful reversal point at that certain point, which can actually impact the current market, right? So if you, okay, let me just do this. If we are going to be retesting on this one, we'll just wait for a double bottom, and then we're going to be getting those beautiful buys. But if we are going to get a double top on the certain highest point, we are going to be taking our beautiful sells up to the lowest point, guys. Okay, then after that, you're just gonna go to your forward chart. So on your forward chart, you're going to be identifying your current support and your current resistance, right? And then we're just having a beautiful, beautiful support at this certain point, which is just our last lowest point, as you can see, guys, right? And then we're having another support at this certain point. As you can see, it's our last lowest point on the current market. Remember, we are looking for that support that is going to impact the current market, right? So we're just having a beautiful, beautiful support, which is our last lowest point on the current market. So at this point, we're going to be respecting this certain support instead of the one that I just identified there. So we're just going to be looking at the one that is impacting the current market, which is just this beautiful support. Yeah. Okay, let me just use a horizontal line. Okay, just like that, guys. Alright, so we're just having a beautiful support at that certain point. After identifying your support as your last lowest point, you're going to be identifying your resistance as your last highest point, which is just this point that we've been talking about. If you're going to be getting confirmations on that resistance, we are going to be taking some sells. But if you're not going to be getting any confirmations, we are not going to be taking any position, guys. Okay, so if you check the beautiful, beautiful, okay, beautiful, guys, right? So as you can see, we're just having a beautiful chart here. From the support went to our resistance, from our resistance went to our support, from the support went to resistance. So the only thing that we want now is from this resistance, we have to drop up to our support. So we have to get those confirmations in order for us to actually confirm this, unless if the market won't be respecting this certain resistance, right? But hopefully it does, guys. Okay, and then from this certain support, if you check, we've been creating some beautiful highs and lows, so we might be having a beautiful trend there. Let's just see if it connects, right? From the low, we've been creating some beautiful highs and lows there, but we're still having our beautiful first touch and our second touch. So the only way we are going to be saying that the market is going to drop up to that certain point, it's only if we are going to get our third touch for the market to grab momentum, breakout, retest, and then we are going to be taking more beautiful sells up to the lowest point. Okay, and then also the top part here, beautiful, guys. As you can see, we are just having a beautiful, beautiful uptrend at a certain point. Okay, okay, beautiful, guys. As you can see, this is just a beautiful trend. So after this, guys, judging from how this market is looking, I don't feel like there's any other zone that I can actually identify rather than the resistance and also this one, right? So if we are going to be getting a double bottom on this one, obviously we're going to be taking buys. But if you're going to be getting a double top on this one, we are going to be taking some sells. So here we'll just see what the market will be doing around our London session tomorrow, guys, right? So just see. Then after this, we have to scale down into smaller time frames to check if the market is not actually giving us the confirmations that we want. So I'm just gonna go into my hourly time frame. Okay, So if you check on my hourly time frame, this is my last lowest point. So from this last lowest point, I already know that I have a certain support that I have there, right? So we're just having a beautiful support. There's my last lowest point according to our theory, guys. From this last lowest point, we've been creating some highs and lows, so there's a potential of another trend from the certain lowest point, which is going to be our rising wedge, guys, right? So in our rising wedge, you already know that if the market breaks this certain trend, we are just going to be expecting more beautiful sells up to the lowest point. And judging from how this highest point is looking, we already have our first touch and our second touch there, and then it's on our neckline. So if you check, the market is currently on our neckline there, so we might be getting some beautiful drops up to the certain lowest point. We have a beautiful first touch here, second touch, and third touch. The market just grab momentum, so the only thing we're waiting for is a breakout and a retest, and then we are going to be continuing with those beautiful drops up to the lowest point. So we're just waiting for that, probably a retest at that certain zone, then we're going to be continuing with our beautiful sales to the lowest point. That is what I am currently seeing on GER30, but we are going to be seeing around our London session tomorrow if we still have a chance to actually execute these beautiful sales that I am seeing here. Okay. You see. Okay. It doesn't look good, but we still have to work with it, guys. Okay. Then as you can see, I'm just seeing some beautiful sales from that certain high there, and then we are just gonna drop up to the certain 90%, right? And as the market is dropping here, we'll just wait for it to actually go and hit a touch on this one, grab momentum, break out the retest, and then we are going to be continuing with more sales. So here I'm actually seeing some long-term sales, but in order for me to actually get those long-term sales, I have to go and hit a dead touch on that specific zone there, guys. Okay. That is just what I'm waiting for, right? And then here our entry point will just be after the market breaks and retest on this certain trend day, and then we'll just continue with our beautiful sales. Okay, because obviously we can't just enter at that certain zone, mainly because it's not our time to be trading right now, guys, right? So we'll just wait until we get an opportunity to execute what we want to be executing here. Okay, but then on Gemini dates, guys, I'm just seeing some beautiful sales, right? For now, we'll just wait until it completes this first 90%. After that 90%, we'll wait for it to go and complete this other 90%. Okay. Baby,